In the last episode, we kind of failed at getting the fuel going into the combustion engines using railcraft. And I said I was going to do a little bit behind the scenes to get it working, but I decided that this was a unique opportunity to show something else. Now, what I've figured out is that in the version of Tekkit I'm using, I guess, the holding track doesn't, unless I'm doing something wrong, the holding track doesn't seem to be smart enough to push my cart back the opposite direction. It's still trying to go directions I don't want it to go. So I need to put some kind of a one-way track to, push it the other direction and say, hey, go that way. I don't have enough one-way track to do this, because, you saw I had 2 left. I put 1 down over there just as a proof of concept, and now I've got this, I have 1 left, but then I have the same issue on the other end. And on the other end, it's too close to the combustion engines, because this track has to be powered. And if I power the block that this track is on, it's going to end up powering the combustion engine prematurely, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to make a new kind of track today, and I brought some supplies back from Midway. We're going to make a control track. It's basically the same thing, but it doesn't need to be powered. So here's what we're going to do. We just need some standard rails, some advanced rails, and wooden rail beds, and I don't really need much. So this will actually be pretty easy to make. So let's just make a little stack there. And let's make sure we have the crowbar handy. Let's head on over. Yeah. I thought I put a waypoint out here. Guess I should do that, huh? Oop, there we go. Combustion Engine Bay. There we go. There's our waypoint. Okay, so you see what I've done here, which I know works. I know this works. So what I'm going to try... Get rid of that torch. I'm going to try this on the other side. Now, these don't have to be powered, and you can just simply turn them. Now, from what I understand, they don't quite work the same as one-way track. I think these just provide like a nudge. It's not a straight oomph. So there may be potential for our cart rolling off, but we'll find out. We'll just do it with 1 cart for now, and we'll just see how it goes. Let's turn that the direction it needs to be. Let's pick that up, and we'll pick that up. Okay, let's just try this with 1 cart, and we shall see. Ooh, that's going the wrong way. Alright, we'll do it with 1 cart. Which one of these tanks is the fullest? Oh, well, they're all equally full. So that gave us the nudge. Oh, let's turn that back on. Okay, so that'll load up. Oh, while that's doing that, are these all off of empty? These aren't. I need to take these off of empty. Otherwise, the cart will just sit there and it won't go to all of them like I want it to do. Empty. There we go. Basically, if empty is left on, your cart will just sit there until the cart is emptied, and then it will be sent on its way. I don't want to do that. I want it to just empty what it can empty and then continue on its way. So far, I think this 1 combustion engine is the only thing that's got fuel. Yep. And then this one might have a little bit, yeah. Alright, so this should almost be full. Almost there. And we'll see what happens. Cool. Okay, it's unloading what it can into that loader. In the latest version of Railcraft, you can actually see the tank amount in this little window. I think in this version it's just a decoration. Alright, so that's unloading what it can, and then it should just go to the end and bounce back. Now it's going to unload what it can into this unloader. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Cool. So now, we should just be able to place the other carts here. And it should do what we need. Alright, now while that's going, we need to address another issue. You'll notice, I don't actually have a world anchor over here yet. I wanted to kind of show off a new world anchor, and the reason for that is, well, it's kind of an unknown question in my mind, and I know some viewers have kind of told me the answer here, but basically, I have read two consistent ways on how a Railcraft world anchor works, and that's a Railcraft world anchor, which is, you know, the normal one. Go over here. This one here. That a Railcraft world anchor, it either does a 1 chunk radius or it does a 3x3 radius. I have read the same thing on multiple different websites an equal amount of times. So I'm basically at a loss. I'm not entirely sure if a world anchor is a 1 chunk radius or a 3x3. Is it a 1x1 or a 3x3? So I don't know. This, a chunk is a 16x16 radius, a 16 block by 16 block. This thing is longer than 16 blocks. So in essence, this combustion engine bay will exist in multiple chunks. So just in case, I mean, the world anchor may work just fine. I mean, you'll notice I've got multiple world anchors on my island, pretty much one for each building, just as a safeguard. But what we can do is, there's actually another mod, part of Tekkit, that we can use, and it's called dimensional anchors. It's basically the same thing, except you can choose the radius. Similar to chicken chunks by Chicken Bones. But this is actually significantly cheaper. See, first you get you a block of iron, and then you put 4 gold ingots around it, and this gets you a dimensional anchor, which I don't believe I actually have the Sphax texture for. But that's okay. I mean, it still looks pretty good. So let's go over here. Looks like a piece of paper. Alright, all my carts are still alive, right? Good, they're bouncing back like they should. I like that. So, I've got a special spot. Boom. There's our dimensional anchor. Right click on it. Set owner to server. I think it's basically setting it to public, or set it to me. And right now it's a 1x1 radius. I'm going to up this to a 3x3. Just to be safe. Now, another good thing about these liquid unloaders is they have a buffer in themselves, so even if the combustion engine is full, the fuel will still go into the loaders. Now, once all the loaders get full, and all the engines get full, and the tanks get full, the carts should just kind of go back and forth. Now, we've got one last thing to do before we're ready to get started. Alright. We need to get the combustion engines wired up. Now, since I've used suspended track here, this actually should be pretty simple. In theory. Because I can just go under the track like so. And up here. Hopefully this works. Alright. Okay. So now we'll need to connect the dots. Like a dece. Once again, kind of redundant wire placement. Oh, this looks horrible. Okay, so now what we should be able to do is take a lever, if I have any left. There they are. And place it there. See, there we go. Now they're just going back and forth. Thankfully, it's not enough force to throw it off the edge. Cool. So that's what I wanted to do. Now, when this side does that, then we'll be good to go. What has it got left to do? Looks like just this last engine, I guess. Yep, that last engine. We could probably go ahead and get started. Make sure all the water pumps, okay, they're flashing red. But let's just make sure none of them are locked up. I don't mind them flashing red, that's fine. Just make sure none of them are locked up. Okay, they're all good. Now, let's throw the switch. There we go, the last batch of fuel is in. Boom! Alright. Power's moving. You can see the power going into the conductive pipes. We've got our dimensional anchor in place. Now I do have another dimensional anchor where our quarries are currently already set up. So the frames should be building right now on the quarries. And then I've already set a teleport pipe to send well, I kind of have a different setup going over there. So what I'll do is I'll leave this alone. I'll go over there and I'll show everybody. But before I do that, there is one item I want to make. We're just kind of a little bit back into EE. I want to make a watch of flowing time. This is an equivalent exchange item that allows you to alter time from the palm of your hand without having to sleep in a bed. I don't recommend doing this on a Tekkit server because it has problems in servers, but if you're playing single player like I am, shouldn't be a problem. And it's relatively cheap. We just need a clock. So we need this. We need some gold. So let's get a clock real quick. Boom, 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 boom. And then we need 2 pieces of obsidian, 2 pieces of glowstone, and 4 dark matter. So we've got our obsidian. We'll have our glowstone here in a second. Now we need dark matter. Equivalent exchange box. Let's go ahead and take this bit of diamond here. And we'll start making some dark matter. Alright. I need 2 pieces. Whoops. Gotta make the glowstone real quick. There we go. Clock in the middle. Oh no, I need 4 pieces of dark matter. Like there. There we go. And now we have our watch of flowing time. Now let's go outside. We'll show this baby off. Hold it in your hand. Let's get up here to the tower, just so we can see. Alright, there's the moon. Now, if I hit, I think it's G. No, not G. I'm not sure what the 2 different modes do. C. Alright, now we're going forward, or you can go backwards, or off. But we want to charge it up to increase the speed. Now time is moving forward. Change it, we can move time backward. Or we can once again turn it back off. I want to move forward, backward, off. Actually, it really doesn't matter at this moment in time, but this way we can, well, let's go ahead and set it. Let's go forward. Speed up the night. Okay, now this is a problem we can combat here by shooting that up in the air. And let's set this to off for now. Okay, there we go. Weather's clearing. So now we have some equivalent exchange items where we can influence time and the weather legitimately without having to use not enough item, you know, cheaty mode. Okay, so let's take another look at the Combustion Engine Bay before we leave. Just to double check, make sure we're good. Alright, all the engines are on. The fuel tank carts are moving right along. Uh-oh, what's happened here? This is not good. Not good. Not good at all. We'll need to fix this real quick before we leave, because we don't want to cause a jam. I'm gonna need... Ah, damn. Well, I can use holding track, but really what I need is powered rail, and it's all back at Midway Station. Clappers. Actually, if we just power holding track, it'll basically act as a booster rail. So let's just do that. Alright, so I'll put a torch here and a torch here. I'll have to go get booster track or something. Torch here, torch here. Okay. Basically, like I said, if you power holding track, it'll act as a booster rail. Sorry about that. I had to go for a quick second. Okay, let's just finish this up. Oh, noes! Oh, crap. No! Ah! Let's be quick. Okay. Let's put this put this cart back where it was. All right. There we go. So that'll act as our booster rail. Oh, but see, it's not quite making it up the hill. All right. I'll come back and replace those with booster rails. So, yeah. Let's go check out the quarry. Ah, welcome home. Ground zero. Good old times. Good old times. Here's, look at this, our original quarries that we did long ago. Oh man, our cannon still over there. Have to reclaim that at some point. Alright, so let's head on over to the village, say hi to Trogdor. As you can see there, mining quarries are in the distance where I set that waypoint. Keep hearing some odd noises coming from upstairs. There's the large quarry that we had set there. Hello, Trogdor. Hello. Hello. Hey, I'm right here. There we go. Now he notices me. Cool. Alright, got our farms here. Still haven't gotten all the stuff out of the walls, but that's not why we're here. We're here to check out these beauties. Our new quarry site way out here. I've got 4 quarries right next to each other. Now, I checked on the sorting machine before we left, and for some reason it's giving me basalt cobble, and I want to know why. I'm a little disturbed. Oh yeah, there's a volcano right here. Interesting. Oh, and some oil. So yeah, here we go. Here's our quarries. I tried to set kind of a border, so hopefully we won't get a bunch of water dropping in, raining in our parade. Had to block off some oil here, so that should be good. Should be good. Now if we come to the middle, come to the heart here, once again, one thing I've learned is that you don't actually have to put wooden pipes on top of quarries. You can actually just put a straight gold pipe on it, and that gets you speeding on your way. Now what I've done is I've got an energy condenser here, just producing diamond, and I've got all the junk going to that energy condenser. You know, gravel, cobble, dirt, marble, sand, flint, sandstone, clay, and tungsten ore, because we really don't need it. I have soul sand in these to keep the items from the other quarries doubling back on each other. Basically, and I know this kind of looks like a swastika. I didn't intend for it to, but you know, I got I only have 6 dimensions to work with here, or 6 faces, and I had to use all of them in some fashion. So don't, yeah, I'm not a Nazi. That's not what that meant to be. But anyway, so you'll see everything's from each quarry is coming in on yellow, red, blue, and green. So I had to put something in those slots to keep the items from doubling back on themselves, to, you know, because that would just mess things up. So basically, those are just there to block those holes, to make them one way essentially, and then all the junk going to the condenser. Everything else is going to this teleport pipe back to the sorting machine, and that's why I was seeing basalt cobble, because that's something that's not going into here. So yeah, this is going to be my diamond maker right now. So I think that'll be nice and handy. So that's pretty good. And there's the dimensional anchor. I have set this to a 9x9 radius, which is the maximum it can be set to for some reason. So I know chicken chunks you can go a lot higher. I've had it, I don't know, I've had it as big as like 12x12 before. So that should keep the quarries loaded in nicely. And as we can see, power is coming through. They're moving at a good speed. And here's the power coming in to each quarry dedicated. Alright, so let's head back to the island. We'll check on the combustion engine bay one more time, make sure we're not in the red. I'll pick up some powered rails from Midway on the way back. I'll see you guys here in a minute. Okay, we're back. I stopped by Midway, and apparently I had 1 powered rail. But that's okay. Powered rails, since they're a vanilla item, are EMC-able. So let's come over here, grab this dark matter. Oh, okay, that works. Alright. Now, I know I could do a traditional EMC farm where it kind of utilizes the EMC exploits of like blaze rods and stuff, but I don't know. Trying not to do that. Yeah, obviously this isn't working. Where's my crowbar? Crowbar, I believe, breaks track the quickest. Ugh. There we go. Alright. Oh no! Ah, what have I done? Dang it. I keep wasting so much fuel by breaking these cards. Almost made a mistake there. Okay. And over here. There we go. Powered rails. Shouldn't have a problem anymore. Now, it looks like the engines are staying adequately cooled. Nothing's locking up down here, which is good. It's good. Everything is in the green, even though we're using railcraft loaders, liquid loaders and unloaders. Everything's still good. Yep. Oh, what happened here? Something. Interesting. So it's a little glitchy. It's a little glitchy the way we're doing it, but yeah. It works. It works. I guess one thing we could do is get rid of... I don't know. We could just get rid of all the normal track and just use powered rail everywhere. But we shouldn't have to do that. This should work the way it's configured. Yeah, it seems to be working okay. Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's go check on the sorting machine over here. Let's turn time forward here. Oh my. I didn't realize that affected redstone. That's interesting. Very interesting. Alright, all the junk is being filtered out into that chest. Now, we'll need a way to send the diamonds back here. But I'll worry about that at a later time. So, I think we made some good progress over these last few episodes, because now we've got 4 quarries going, and it's not on our electricity. It's on combustion engine power. The only thing in relation to the quarries that's being powered by electricity is the refineries in the refinement tower here. Excuse me. Which, I don't know, I think I need to get more energy. Excuse me. I think I need to get more energy going into this, because they are going really slow. I've seen these go faster. So, I don't know. We'll, but it may not matter. We may actually have enough fuel. We'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, I think we've made some progress. Oh yeah, this was just a water prime tank. I don't know if anyone wondered. So yeah, making progress. Making progress. Oh my god. Hello. What are you doing? Hello. You can stay up there. How's this? Alright, that MFSU's full. That one's full. That one's getting full. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I think he's stuck too. I don't think he can move. That's okay. Alright. Next time on Tekkit, we're gonna be moving forward with our energy management. Because I know what some people have been asking for, so we're getting there. This is all, everything we've done has been steps towards that. So, Zarkazm, I will see